Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending December 18th, 2020. Microsoft and FireEye confirm SolarWinds supply chain attack. The SolarWinds supply chain attack is also how hackers gained access to FireEye's own network, which the company disclosed earlier this week. The Washington Post cited sources claiming that multiple other government agencies were also impacted. Reuters reported that the incident was considered so serious that it led to a rare meeting of the U.S. National Security Council at the White House a day earlier on Saturday. Sources speaking with the Washington Post linked the intrusion to ATP-29, a code name used by the cybersecurity industry to describe hackers associated with the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service. Currently known affected victims of this group attack, in addition to FireEye, are the U.S. Treasury Department, U.S. Department of Commerce, National Telecommunications and Information Administration, the Department of Health, National Institute of Health, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency, the Department of Homeland Security, the U.S. Department of State. You can read more about this on ZDNet. Here are 7 steps to help you identify an e-card scam. Make the most of your holiday greeting exchanges by avoiding fraudulent e-cards. With the holiday season in full swing, you might be seeing a flurry of e-cards, cheaper, more animated, and easier to send than via post. E-cards have taken the place of many people's traditional holiday cards. But unlike a traditional snail mail card, e-card comes with risks. Yay, it's a bummer, but malicious actors take advantage of people's holiday cheer by using e-cards as a method for delivery of malware. But luckily, there are ways to protect yourself against e-card scams. There are 7 steps to take before opening that e-card. 1. Check who the sender is. 2. Contact the sender. 3. Confirm who the e-card is addressed to. 4. Google it. 5. Don't assume a logo means that it's legitimate. 6. Look for confirmation codes. 7. Don't download anything that contains an exe file. It's a little bit of a pain, but it's worth it this holiday season to protect yourself and your loved ones against e-card scams. Stay informed, stay safe, and have a lovely holiday season. The largest hack of U.S. federal agencies in history. The list of victims of a sweeping cyber attack grew yesterday as the State and Homeland Security Department and the National Institute of Health confirmed breaches. They joined the Treasury and Commerce Departments as victims of what appears to be the largest hack of U.S. federal agencies in history. While not yet confirmed, analysts believe the Russian-hacked hacker group ATP-29, also known as Cozy Bear, is behind the attack. The group first infiltrated software giant SolarWinds, which serves 300,000 customers, including the U.S. military, the Pentagon, NASA, 425 companies in the Fortune 500, and more. Malicious code was implanted into a general software update, acting as a Trojan horse for the company that downloaded it. Experts believe the group may have had access to some organizations for as long as 9 months. SolarWinds estimates 18,000 customers were exposed. Third-party extensions for Facebook, Instagram, and others have infected millions. Browser extensions are usually useful, sometimes fun, and occasionally dangerous. That's the case for at least 28 browser extensions analyzed by Avast threat intelligence researchers after the threat was identified by Czech researcher at cz.nic. The affected extensions contained malware and include Video Downloader for Facebook, Vimeo Video Downloader, Instagram Story Downloader, VK Unblocker, as well as additional browser extensions for Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge. According to the browser store download numbers, more than 3 million people may be affected worldwide. At the time of publishing, the infected extensions are still available for download. If you suspect you might have downloaded one, Avast researchers recommend disabling and uninstalling them immediately, and then scan and remove any leftover malware. They have also reported the issue to Microsoft and Google, who are looking into it. The FTC orders Big Tech to explain their data collection. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission sent orders this week to 9 internet giants demanding they share details of their data collection processes, including the method and manner in which they collect, use, store, and disclose information about individuals who use their services. Amazon, Discord, Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube, Snapchat owner, Snap, and TikTok owner ByteDance were each served with the orders. Privacy is becoming a major concern for citizens, commented Avast security evangelist Luis Carrones, and Internet companies collect and use people's data. It only makes sense for the government to learn what they are doing with it and how that data is being handled. The inquiry comes at a time when the biggest social media and video streaming services are under security from several factions. All companies named have been suspected of improper use of consumer data and or violations of the federal anti-monopoly law. A 6-year-old spends over $16,000 on in-app purchases. Real estate broker Jessica Johnson got a shocking surprise when she learned that the charges totaling $16,293.10 on her credit card bill came from her 6-year-old son, George, making in-app purchases while playing his favorite game on the iPad, Sonic Forces. When the Apple charges began showing up on her Chase bank statement, Johnson thought it must be fraud. She contacted Chase, which informed her the Apple scam are among the most common and she'd have to contact Apple to resolve the matter. She did so, but learned the charges did originate from her account. In addition, Apple told her that she missed the 60-day window to dispute charges, so there was nothing the company could do. Unfortunately, Johnson had not taken steps to set up the parental controls on her son's iPad to prevent this kind of situation. Read more on the story at the New York Post. China suspected of spying via Caribbean phone networks. Mobile threat intelligence expert Gary Miller shared research with The Guardian that he alleges gives evidence that China may have been spying on Americans using mobile phone networks in the Caribbean. Miller believes China has been able to target, track, and intercept Americans' phone communications by using a state-controlled mobile phone operator to direct signals messages to U.S. subscribers, particularly when they are traveling abroad. Signaling messages are commands that allow operators to locate phones, connect one to another, and assess roaming charges. A spokesperson for the Chinese embassy in Washington denied the allegations. And that's it for a very busy Security News Roundup episode this week. Stay safe, have a very happy holiday. See you next week. Bye-bye.